Hello and welcome to Process Industry Chronicle magazine. We feel honored to introduce Mr. Ravi Solanki, who's retired Chief General Manager from Gujarat Water Infrastructure Limited, government, which is actually the Government of Gujarat company, Water Supply Department. And presently he's having his own consultancy, which names Trimble Tech. Welcome to Process Industry Chronicle magazine, Lion Leadership.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, I would request you to kindly introduce yourself to our viewers of Process Industry Chronicle magazine, and please tell us, sir, actually about your life journey and everything.
Thank you very much to give me an opportunity to interact with your viewers and all. I am Ravi Solanki. Previously, I was working with Gujarat Water Infrastructure Limited, who is basically busy with providing water to all villages, urban areas, and several industries as well. And I am retired in capacity of a chief engineer. My post, which I was held, that was a chief general manager, Gujarat Water Infrastructure Limited. Right now, I am doing consultancy business with my own company called as a Trimble Tech.
And can you please briefly tell us, sir, that what your current company, why you have created this company and what you ought to do with this, what are your plans with this company?
We are having a multiple, you can say, kind of a resources, such as there is a very wide network of friends and you can say technical experts, those who are working with water business as well as in process industries as well. There are several kind of, you can say, some emergencies are required in case of, you can say, some sort of awareness required to be created in case of energy, in case of, you can say, having an alternative sources for water supply. There is a, you can say, very huge kind of a work which is yet to be done regarding energy saving and all. So there is so many subjects left in this case. So there is a very wide network still left out to do any kind of, you can say, knowledge sharing and etc. That is why I am just doing this.
So you'll be, your work area is going to be Gujarat itself, or
not restricted as such. Previously, I was being called by several companies, those required to deliver a lecture in Madhya Pradesh as well, in Rajasthan, as well as sometimes engineers from UP Jal Nigam, then Maharashtra Jivan Pradhikaran, and Hyderabad, from all Hyderabad, you can say, in Telangana also, Honorable Minister was also come over here, and we have addressed them and let them aware about regarding whatever work has been done by Government of Gujarat regarding water supply, networks, and how the intra-basin water transfer has been taken up.
Thanks. Sir, when actually you were working with the Department of Water Supply, Government of Gujarat, what were the main challenges before you and how you tackled those challenges, sir?
Looking to the whole scenario before 20 years, you will be aware about that several, you can say, kind of a tankers are being run over a period of endlessly around the year even, and a tremendous amount of expenses were required to be made for the availability of a drinking water. Then you will be aware about that even trains were also run for Jamnagar and Rajkot districts from Ahmedabad for drinking water, and transport water on wheels were very expensive business. Right from this happening of a kind of you can say intra-basin transfer, suppose you are going to look in, then Narmada is a good blessings to Gujarat, and we are having ample water availability right now. 20 years back and today's, you can say, scenario is entirely changed. Now water is being available, Nal Se Jal. Government of India has propagated a scheme. Before that, you will be able to see that in Gujarat, around more than 80% of villages are having access of drinking water right now, and that is availability for due to the water being available through pipelines. Gujarat Water Infrastructure Limited has laid 2,300 kilometer of a pipeline, which is bulk carrier, right from 800 mm diameter pipeline to 2,300 mm diameter. We are going to consider a 2,300 mm diameter pipeline. That means a one Maruti can pass through that pipeline. And huge pumping station, right from 100 MLD to 500 MLD, big pumping station is taken up. And from not only one particular point of lifting of water, but multiple resources has been created on a canal, as well as wherever there is a availability of water, we have created a source. And from there, we have created one big network, which is called as a bulk water carrier. That is a water grid. And then around 150,000 kilometers of a distribution network created by government of Gujarat. And that is possible due to the right government and right decision, political will, and all those engineers along with me, not only me. There is a very big team which was working with me and working right now also. They have made it possible.
So do you think motivation is important, and how do you motivate actually people around you and people who are actually working with you?
Motivation is a process, not only a one time, you can say, kind of a thing which is going to be motivate to the people. Motivation is not, you can say, going to be delivered by a lecture, but working with people and with your team, that is a motivational input. To work with them, to understand the problem of the people, those who are facing, to work with toward the whatever target has been given by government to you. And then to sort out the problem by involving yourself. That is a good kind of a leadership as such. If you are going to put up everything like a boss, then solution will not going to come. You have to understand the problem right from the grassroots and then try to solve it. That is the motivational input required to be provided to each and everyone, those who are working with you.
So as you said, actually, that before 20 years, actually, it was actually a very stressful situation, actually, because the tankers were running down, I mean, to supply water, I mean, to nook and corners of Gujarat, and several other things were also happening. So were you not actually facing some sort of stress, and how did you manage your stress, sir?
Stress are a inbuilt provision going to be provided with your job. If you are stressless, that means you are not going to do anything, not able to do anything. If stress is not there, then stress itself is sometimes going to motivate yourself. And stress are always inbuilt with the responsibility is going to be given to you. That means to manage stress, that means do the good work. Try to solve the problem. Then only it is going to be managed.
And how do you manage your time, sir? Kindly explain how do you, your time management skills. And
time management is not, you can say, art of a, you can say, a kind of a thing which is available around and not a textbook matter as such. Kindly decide your priorities. Suppose one kind of a project has been given by government to you that you have to finish this work within this specified time limit. Then you have to work on it. Then how you are going to do that work within the given time frame or even before the time frame, that is going to be art of management of a time as such. And every now and then, whatever time frame has been given by the government, we have finished all project within the time frame and even before the time frame. And government always appreciate the work which has been done by the water supply department.
Sir, we'd like to know your family background, your history actually, from where you were born, how you got educated, and how you started your first job, and then how you actually landed up coming up with a new consultancy company. Can you please explain in detail, sir?
Sir, my background is very poor, and my father was a mill worker. Actually, I am coming from one village situated in Mehsana district. And as a matter of fact, I passed out my 12th standard by not in a electricity light, but laltane. We are calling it in Gujarati as a phanas. By this kind of, you can say, kind of background, I just come out and I did my engineering in LD College of Engineering. And then I just joined my first job in Oil and Natural Gas Commission, ONGC. But right now, by working with my Gujarat Water Supply and Sewage Board and Gujarat Water Infrastructures, I cultivate myself. for engineering skills, by leadership management, and then maintaining my team and integrating all kind of resources, then only I'll be able to manage all kind of work which has been carried out right now.
So actually parents have their, in India, parents have their, deep hardcore roots in, making a child successful. So I was actually a little curious to know that actually, in case if you can share few teachings of your mother and father.
Mother and father, where you can say are kind of illiterate people. My father totally illiterate, but mother was little literate. They were very much hard worker. To live up any kind of a goal or live up any kind of a objective which is being laid by yourself only, not others. Yourself only laid objectives to achieve them by means of doing a hard work. That is, you can say, input given by my father. And my mother was also, you can say, a kind of a lady who has taught me that train yourself and everywhere there is a solution. Kindly find it out.
Irrespective of the fact whether the parents are literate or illiterate, actually, they have a major, a role in actually building a child's future. It is they who, it is not just the schools and the colleges, of course they have their own importance, but it is actually the parents, irrespective of the facts whether they're illiterate or literate, they actually nourish a child with so small little knowledge, actually, rather I would say micro knowledge, which actually pushes or propels the child towards being successful or success. So, sir, we'd like to know what are your strengths?
My strength is my family right now. And you can say I am having a multiple friend circle as well. And people like you also every now and then motivating me. As well as if suppose you are going to talk about the family people are very, we can say, hard worker. They are working with, you can say, a kind of a progressiveness in their mind. And they were never live up the goal. That is the basic thing. And motivationally, you can say, they were told, used to keep me telling that, okay, don't live up, do hard work. Whatever you want to become, you please go ahead. Don't live up your study.
Sir, who was your favorite school teacher or college teacher and why actually?
In school, there were so many people, and I would like to remember one Chunibhai Patel. He was my Gujarati teacher, and he has taught me Gujarati such a way that Gujarati grammar and etc. He has made me poet. Right from the 9th standard, I am creating Gujarati poetry. And so many poems are also there, which is going to be published very shortly. And in engineering college, Mr. P.H. Parmar, refrigeration air conditioning professor was there. I was very close to him, and he taught me that you have to do the work very precisely. I have prepared one project with him, liquefaction of natural gas, and due to that project only, I have passed out in Oil and Natural Gas Commission examination. Yes, sir.
Sir, I request you, in case if you can please share any one incident which from your life which says that there is hope in life. I'm asking this question only because actually there are a lot of youngsters, young engineers who are working in the process industry currently who lose hope on the basis of the hardships or on the basis of technical things which they are rather not able to grasp in a short span of time, or they try to actually give up mentally and physically also. So this will definitely provide motivation to all our future generations who are currently working and who will be working in the process industry verticals.
There are so many examples, but how to narrate them over here, that will be, you can say, a kind of a very critical. But I would like to say that in 2013, 14, 15, there was a very scarcity prevailing in South Saurashtra. And people are striving for water even. We have laid one pipeline which was having a, you can say, 32 kilometers from Navda to Botak. But there was no pumping station as such built in. So those emergency kind of things were just arising, and we have laid a 300 MLD of pipeline, 300 MLD of a pumping station on Valpipur branch canal. Very emergency work. In only 20 days we have finished that work, and we have provided water in South Saurashtra. 300 MLD of water was gone up to the end of, you can say, Malia Miyanam, and it has been created a miracle, and people satisfied, so satisfied that even people were very much blessed like that to have water. In Kutch also, in Kutch there was, you can say, 50 MLD of increase water by doing a business of, you can say, installing one booster station in Bachau, and then around 800 number of villages have had access of water, and that way we have created a kind of a miracle, you can say. And there was a full satisfaction even at political level.
And sir, what is the importance of a wife, and would you like to thank her for her support and help?
If suppose you are going to talk about the wife and etc., children's, that is my backbone as such. I have never provided enough time to family, but wife has educated my whole family. My 2 daughters are doctors, and she has made all kind of a time which is required to be provided to them, and made this possible. Family is also a successful one, and you will be able to say that there is if suppose you are going to give a full time to your job, that means you are not giving a time to your family. But if suppose you are having an excellent background with your wife, then whole family is going to be supported by her help.
And how do you spend your holidays, sir?
Holidays is, suppose you are going to say, right now I am spending my holidays with my family, there is no problem after retirement. But before retirement, you will be able to see myself roaming around on my pipelines and pumping stations. Even in holiday, not even in holiday, in night also I wandered like anything. Every now and then you will be able to find me to solve the problems which were arised in field. That is a fact.
Please tell us a few tips which can be helpful to other process factory decision makers. Anything about selection, operation, maintenance, troubleshooting of any of the machines like pumps, valves, pipes, compressors, or anything?
Suppose you are going to talk about operation maintenance. In each and every equipment which is going to be available as and when required, that is the main fundamentals of operation maintenance. That means, suppose standby equipment is going to be available in the plant, that means it should not be in a very standstill condition for a longer period. Each and every equipment is required to be maintained thoroughly, and it should be available whenever it is required. That is the operation maintenance. Operation maintenance is a kind of art which is required to have a preventive kind of a maintenance, predictive kind of maintenance, and each and every equipment required to be monitored its conditions, its vibrations, lubrications, greasing, every time as per the schedule required to be maintained.
Sir, how do you improve your technical knowledge, sir?
Technical knowledge, I am just getting through the whatever journals are available, and the magazines like this Chronicle magazines and etc., valves and pumps magazines, and all, you can say, I am a very wide network of our technical consultants and etc. Very, you can say, every now and then we are getting together and exchanging our knowledge. Even when I was superintending engineer in Ahmedabad, I was used to hold a knowledge sharing workshops. At 6 o'clock, we were gathered over some places and we are exchanging our knowledge. And then delivering of 2-3 kind of lectures, experiences, and all this made it possible to share the knowledge. And that way, we were exchanging our knowledge, and that way, we made it possible.
So how can we save energy in the process plants?
Process, you can say, there is a kind of a benchmarking performances. If your equipments are consuming more than that, that means you are not attaining a required level of energy consumption as such. Each and every equipment it's having its own norms. It is required to be studied along, all performance parameters and all track records are required to be analyzed every now and then only we will be able to analyze it, and then only we will be able to set up a kind of a benchmark.
And how can we control pollution at the factory level, sir?
Factory level pollution is what I am going to talk about. I am having a little knowledge, but if you are going to track around the water supply network to control the water quality, Gujarat Water Supply and Sewerage Board as well as water infrastructures are having 118 number of water quality testing labs across the state, and even we are having NABL accredited laboratories to drinking water quality controls is excellently being maintained, quality is monitoring, the surveillance is also taking place, and very well educated people are there to take care of drinking water. We are minimizing the wastage of water as well, because water is very precious. If you are going to waste water, that means you are wasting water and energy at a time. But saving an energy and water itself is a kind of maintaining a pollution.
And sir, you purchase machinery or equipments direct from the manufacturers or traders, sir?
Suppose I can talk about the water supply department as such. In that scenario, we are maintaining a rate contract method. Annual rate contracting, that means a 1-year rate contract, and defining a kind of a supplier for that particular item is being maintained by the department itself. There is an excellently defined process for each and every standards as in each and every quality, and that way we are purchasing from one particular party. In EPC contract also, you can say defined standards are there, and all kind of equipment, those who are required to be purchased, are having a floor inspection as well as performance inspections after installing it.
And what are your purchasing parameters, sir?
Purchasing parameter, we are going to say there is the Indian standards, and to follow the Indian standards is a basic, we can say, kind of a Gita for us, and we are following it. But wherever there is an absence of Indian standard, we are following other standards also. In case of, we can say, now there is a beautiful propagation of a desalination plant in which several kind of equipment is going to be purchased. It doesn't have Indian standard as well. So in that case, we are following DIN standards, US standards, ASMT, etc. All standards are being followed. Yes, sir.
And sir, would you like to thank any machinery or equipment manufacturing company who would have helped you at critical situation or critical times?
There is so many examples. If suppose I are going to narrate one or two, that will be, you can say, bias approach for those who have worked with me. But there are several equipment manufacturers as well as EPC contractors, those who have helped me like anything. I just talk about the emergency kind of a production of a water. There is just so many times kind of, you can say, things that happened in past. Those who have helped me for providing water in emergency kind of a situation, I would like to thank them. And those who are supplied me in time, that is also, you can say, kind of, you can say, support to the department itself. In absence of them, I would have not able to perform my job.
Sir, in case if you can please share a few maintenance tips or repair tips with our readers.
That's what I told you, that you kindly be with your equipments. Don't sit in your office. Go over there. Monitor the condition of the equipment with those who are already performing over there. Kindly analyze all kind of documents which is available. Measure each and every kind of parameter which is coming out of your equipment. Analyze it and maintain them within the benchmarking performances which you require to it. And that experience is going to teach you everything.
Sir, we would like to know about your future plans, sir.
Future plan, whatever I told, that I just created one company, and that company, I'm expecting that it may grow. To earn money is not a motto as such, but to help the people and those who are working in the engineering field. Is, you can say, engineering is a kind of an art which is never going to end, because infrastructure development needs everywhere, And if suppose somebody going to be satisfied with the infrastructure which already developed, it is, you can say, not going to be satisfied. To create an infrastructure is also a kind of a requirement every moment.
Sir, can you please share something more about your company, Trimble Tech? I mean, what your company is going to do, what's going to be the products and services, sir, actually, because in case if you can please, flood some light on it.
Trimble Tech is, you can say, no-born child right now, because after my retirement only, I just created that one. Right now, we are just organizing a kind of, you can say, lectures. We are delivering wherever, because I am an ex-faculty to Gujarat Jal Seva Training Institute. Right now also, whenever they are called, I am going also. Webinar also I did. And engineering, energy saving, then applying some sort of innovation projects, then some sort of, you can say, consultancy services, some help required from the people. That is being taken up whenever it is required right now. And in future, we are going to create some sort of, you can say, helping hand as such to all engineering environment. Thank you, sir.
Sir, in case if you can please guide our young engineers,
That is only, you can say, a kind of an engineer will not going to sit in office. Engineer has to be on the field itself. If you are sitting into the office, you will be enjoy a good environment of administration, leadership and etc. But you will never able to understand the equipments as well as engineering field. Go and roam around with your all kind of atmosphere which is created by all other engineers even, and try to learn everything. Be thirsty, and everywhere there is a learning point. Try to find out that from where I can learn the new things. That is only a requirement of nowadays.
Sir, would you like to share anything else, sir?
Anything else? If suppose you are going to say that there is a plenty of work which is already left out in case of sharing of knowledge. If you are experienced people, get together with all engineers and mingle with them. Go to the all seminars which is going to be held. Learn new things which are already developed. Right now there is a, you can say, a market of electronics, and all engineering goods are also being manufactured. There is so many things which are going to help by inventing an innovation in kind of a making of an equipment as such. To learn, because those who are a manufacturer, they are also required to learn what is the requirement, what is the, you can say, deficit in the requirement zone. That is also essentially required to be studied by the manufacturer as well. Because all things are required to be customized nowadays. That is the thing.
Sir, it was pleasure talking with you, and we know you are a busy man. Still, you have given us, your time and shared most of your experiences. Sir, it was pleasure talking with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. On the contrary, I just thank you too, because I am having, you can say, an opportunity to interact with my fellow engineers.